Welcome to this recap of the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500 from Texas, a race that was very calm with little action. Let's take a look at the drivers that performed well today. Martin Truex Jr. started on the pole for today's race. He had a very fast Pro Shop Store to Camry. Kevin Harvick won last week in Phoenix and has been a dominant car this year. He was definitely a person to watch in this race. And Eric Jones qualified 8th, a good qualifying effort for the 77 team. Them and his teammate Martin Truex Jr. had good races. And Ricky Stenhouse crashed in qualifying. He'll have to go to the back. So here's the start of the race. Martin Truex, of course, got the good jump, got off to the good start. And overall, in Stage 1, there was no one catching that number 78 Bass Pro Shop Store to Camry. He led almost every lap in the opening stage and would hold off Kyle Busch by 1.5 seconds to win the opening stage. As you see, Truex, Kyle Busch, Keselowski, Johnson, Harvick, the top 5 in the opening stage. And the first wreck would come with 17 laps to go in Stage 2. Stage 1 and Stage 2, both 85 laps. And it was for Kurt Busch, who would blow a left rear tire and go hard into the outside wall in turn 1 and 2. And that would end his day. Had a very nice car. Take a look in slow motion. Had a car up in the top 5 there for a while. So then it would bring us to the end of stage number 2, which came down to the wire. Brad Keselowski would take the lead in that stage, but Martin Truex would come up with a charge to see Kurt Busch being towed away after his wreck. But Truex would get a run off turn 4, try to challenge Brad Keselowski for the stage win, but Keselowski would hold him off and take his second stage win of the year, as Keselowski, Truex, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth sneaking into that top 5 along with Kevin Harvick. So then the next caution would come with 96 laps to go. This would be the last caution for incident. It was for Landon Castle. We were on commercial break. Here's the only good angle we had. Just got loose. And in the end, it was Martin Truex Jr., the guy who led the most laps, led 202 of 334 laps, and he would go to victory lane to get his first victory of the year. So really, a round of applause by the 78 team as they would burn out and dominate this race, just like Kevin Harvick dominated last week in Phoenix. But anyway, here are your results. Truex, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Toyota taking the first 3 spots. Toyota would also grab their first win of the year. Eric Jones getting a best career finish of a 9th. Second page, another outside the top 10 finish for Larson and Ryan Blaney, who had nice starts to the year. Good finish for Daniel Suarez. And then Clint Boyer had a rough day. He had a speeding penalty late in the race. That's why he's 1 lap down. And then the last page is the guys who round out the back. Kurt Busch only getting 1 point due to his DNF. Here are the points which have been shaken up. Kevin Harvick still leads. Martin Truex in the second. Keselowski the first 3. Now Chris Buescher, he is realistically around 25th in points, but due to his win, he's locked into the playoffs. As Casey Kane, with 1 point over Ryan Newman, holds that last spot. So the next race will be a full highlight race, the STP 500 at Martinsville. Hope you enjoyed this recap presentation of the NASCAR Verizon Cup Series.